And welcome everyone to the movies podcast for the CBC channel. You can Google us, you can find us anywhere on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I can't remember where else we are.
Everywhere.
Uh, Everywhere, yeah. You can follow myself at Mitch692, and of course, as always, you can follow him at Halftime
Who's
Joe.
him?
Him, he, slash, her, whatever. Is it pronoun?
I don't know, but I'll have you know that I was, I missed out on having the greatest username ever.
No, you didn't, because you got it.
This one's pretty great, but I missed out on having the greatest username ever. If I would have just did it when I started Twitter in like 2011 or whatever, which I don't know if you ever saw the show, it's a Boomafoo.
I heard of Zaboomafoo.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that's a great
That's
name.
Yeah. I mean, why would you want Zaboomafoo?
I don't know. I named my Dungeons and Dragons character like I added, but like not the same thing. So instead of Zaboom, it was just Zaboom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Probably copyright infringement anyway.
In my Dungeons and Dragons game, I don't think so. It's Hood D&D, just so you know. We get wild in it.
I mean, who doesn't know what D&D is?
That's facts. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a virtual reality D&D. That'd be great.
Well, you know what I'm still waiting for, and it's going to be a longer wait. Is the Hellboy reboot? It's been pushed back 3 months.
Yeah, that's something I'm not waiting for. My father was somebody who was the biggest fan of Hellboy. I've never really been the biggest fan. His movies are cool. I haven't. It's been such a long time since I've seen them. I barely even remember them, to be honest. I swear I saw like the first one, like 4 or 3, or I don't know, whenever it came out. Like I saw it like super early, that I just don't even remember it anymore. I just not my thing. I get it. It's everybody has their thing, right? I love Harry Potter, but I don't like Hellboy, and this is probably going to be one of the better movies or the best movie it's had. But it's not like I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to go see it opening weekend, and I might. I'm saying this now, but when the movie comes out, I might be like, "Yo, that was wild. That was awesome." But
Fun fact, you are right. It was 2004.
There you go. I just kind of guessed the year.
Yeah. But I like the first one. The second one's okay.
Really, I heard everybody loves the second one more.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I don't know.
not the best.
I just don't. What's his thing, anyways? Like, you want to give me a little, like, I don't even remember what's his thing. Like, why is he like that? That's just how he is?
I'm gonna give you a thing because I don't know much about Hellboy.
Okay, never mind.
I've only seen the movies.
Okay.
I am a normie when it comes to Hellboy comics.
Yeah, like this and Spawn, I'm just, I'm good.
I'm more looking forward to this than Spawn.
Well, yeah,
Spawn's
because it's
like,
probably going to be a better movie.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, from the reaction that it had at New York Comic Con from the trailer that they got shown, apparently it's looking good. Yeah, the only thing I have a slight irk with the marketing so far is the legendary AF tagline. Just like, it kind of doesn't go.
AF? Yeah.
It doesn't really go with like the aesthetic they've gone for.
It should have said, like, it should have had fire around him and then say lit AF. That would have been funny.
I mean, that would have been worse. But...
At least would have been cringy funny.
I mean, it's cringy now.
I mean, true. But this is not as funny, that's why. At least it would have been funny if it said lit and there was fire.
That's true. But I think like David Arbor looks great in everything. He didn't make a jab, but he's like, oh yeah, we're all practical, unlike Thanos, and he's like, oh fuck, no, I didn't mean that. It's like people are gonna run that as like an out of context jab, and they did.
And they probably spend it saying like David Harbour thinks Hellboy will do things better than Avengers Infinity War. I don't know, something like that. Some people make up some of the weirdest headlines, and yeah.
But that's the second movie from this early 2019 that's got pushed back in the space of like 2 weeks.
I feel like I know the other one.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, that one did get moved, right?
They released the trailer with February 14th on it, and then the next day they announced it's pushed back till like June or whatever it is. Just like, okay, what's the point?
That's sad, but I mean, not that sad because they actually might refilm another movie. Just get Matthew Vaughn in there; he can film it in 2 months.
They are refilming another movie.
Are they? You think so?
Yeah.
Or you got little walkie-talkies, earbuds out there.
The amount of reshoots they're doing, they're refilming a lot.
Basically, like making it a movie.
Yeah, well,
Oh, well, it depends on who's doing the reshoots,
I
right?
was gonna say it's the same. Well, I think Kimberg is only a director in name. He's not really done a lot of it.
Oh,
Apparently,
like,
they've
yeah.
got guests that what I've been heard
They got a
anyway.
ghost director.
I don't know if how true that is, but it's.
I imagine they said, Kinberg, you're directing these movies. Like, yeah, I bet. Like, nah, just put my name on it. I ain't even gonna be on set.
I mean, it would make sense because he's not exactly a director,
Well,
and
I mean, a lot of writers art directors. They can be, but
yeah. But if you were the studio and you saw that he just literally made the movie that made you reboot the franchise before again,
but what makes you think his name would sell? I mean, I guess there are people who are
exactly.
fans.
That's like,
I guess.
I mean, no one's a fan of Kimberg. Maybe
Yeah.
Star Wars people. That's right. Yeah, that got pushed back. But speaking of Fox, I don't know how this is gonna go about, but they have announced a live action Mega Man movie.
Yay. Kind of. I don't know how that's gonna work out, to be honest, but yeah, because is it?
Mega Man's cheesy. Got what, like Cutman, Woodman, Fireman, shit like
Yeah,
that.
but is it one of those things where it's gonna be a movie about like in the world, or is it kind of gonna have a human element, a real world element to it, similar to?
What do you mean, like Sonic?
I mean, that there's other movies that, I mean, Space Jam. What are some other movies that are doing stuff like that? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just don't recall it. There are current movies that are doing more stuff like that have a human Detective Pikachu, right?
Yeah,
Stuff like that, like the human element. Like it seems like that's going forward. Human element to these kind of things are what people are going for. I don't think this was a Mega Man thing, but I could be wrong. I remember a game, possibly Mega Man, and you were a person walking around like the world, and you would plug in to like the Matrix type of thing, and you'd be maybe it's something else. I'm not entirely sure.
That's Ready Player One.
I mean, yeah, but still, this was a.
I mean, to be fair, there's also like Dot Hack. It's also sold out online.
I thought this was a Mega Man thing too, where you just plug in and you'd be Mega Man and do the levels right there. I don't know. Maybe it's something like that, right? Where Mega Man's in this computer world and the human element. I don't know. I don't even know if that would make it good, because I know there's, Mega Man's a huge property, and if you ruin it, shoosh, wait for the backlash.
I mean, to be fair, Capcom have ruined Mega Man already countless times, so... Yeah.
Battle Network? Is that chat saying Battle Network? I'm gonna look it up. Because that could be it, actually. Because I just remember that was a dope game, bro.
So I've heard of Battle Network. What is it?
Yeah. Battle Network Mega Man. That was it. You're a kid who was it was a Game Boy game. You're walking around and you like jack in and you become Mega Man and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm down for that.
I can see that happening.
I'm down for that.
I can see that
I thought it was a dope game. That's like the only thing of Mega Man I remember. But I mean, like, I'm not one of the biggest fans, so I don't know. You'd have to ask somebody who's a huge fan to see what they want, because
talk to Tristan if you want that.
Yeah, true.
You love Mega Man.
We just want good movies, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Speaking of wanting good movies and not getting good movies, well, I can't say it for a fact. I was gonna say, who's the Family Guy McFarlane?
Seth.
That's it. I almost got myself confused there. Todd McFarlane is apparently planning Spawn to be a trilogy.
I can't imagine.
No, I say slow the fuck down, McFarlane.
I can't imagine you saying Seth MacFarlane planning Spawn trilogy.
I was really close to saying it. It doesn't help that I didn't put Todd on.
I put it on there for you.
On the layout, and I'm just like, which one is it?
Seth MacFarlane making Spawn trilogy. And Peter Griffin as Spawn.
It would be better than the Todd one.
Maybe. It'd be a comedy and it'd probably be more entertaining. Oh my god. But hey, I mean, see, we've had this indifference, me and you, about this kind of stuff where people come out and say that they plan a trilogy or a franchise around something. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. You think it's
slow your roll.
Yeah, you think it's more of it like it's what's the term for it? Like it's
a bit of arrogance.
No, that's not it. There's a term. There's a phrase. There's a phrase for like jumping out ahead or something. You know what I mean?
Jumping
like
the gun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, James Gunn just had big news, but Yeah, that you think it's more like that, where it's like, whoa, let the first one come out, then we can talk about other stuff. I always thought, wouldn't you always have in like plan to make stuff a franchise? Like sometimes they just don't tell you that, but they plan probably every movie to be a franchise.
I mean, now they do.
Yeah.
Now every movie has to be a franchise.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see the problem with somebody coming out like, yeah, if it does well, we'd like to make it a trilogy. Or
well,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying, oh, if it does well, don't plan the entire thing to be a trilogy. Like, just
But see, I don't know. That's
because then what's the first movie going to be? You're going to get a Venom situation where all you're doing is setting up for your sequel.
Let's see. I gotta read what exactly he said though. Let me see.
Everyone hates Iron Man 2 because it's just an Avengers setup. Everyone hated this movie because it's just a setup movie. No one likes setup movies.
My definition.
And that's what your first one's gonna have to be.
I'm reading it real quick. Well, see, I'm sure Batman Begins was Nolan planned a trilogy out of it. I think you could plan a trilogy out of it.
I'd argue that one because there was a massive tonal shift between those two movies.
See, I think the other one.
Be sure it had the little joke card at the end. I'd argue if he actually.
But see, wouldn't that be enough? Like if you make a movie that can stand on its own, and then at the end there's a thing, but you're still planning a trilogy. You just won't ruin the movie with the whole trilogy aspect about it, but you kind of tease at the end.
That's fine.
Yeah, but as long as he does that, like it just depends on how the movie comes out, right? But saying you're planning on it being a trilogy and maybe just still making the first one standalone, but teasing at the end, I don't see a big deal with it. But I see your point when you're saying nobody likes to set a movie. I see your point.
It's like the Power Rangers reboot. Where are we now?
I hope we get a sequel because who bought it?
It's not. It's gonna get a reboot because someone else brought the movie rights.
Who bought it? I forgot who bought it.
Hasbro.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna do more of that version.
Nope, you're gonna get a.
But even then, like the first one, there wasn't a lot of setup for sequels besides the ending.
Apart from the fact that it literally starts off with her as the Green Ranger, indicating there's going to be a sequel setup. Clearly,
at the end, yeah.
No, at the start. Literally, it opens up with her as the Green Ranger.
Well, see, I don't necessarily see. I thought that was just kind of world building.
It was so obviously a sequel setup.
Well, sure, but I just thought that was world building, and I actually loved that part. I don't know. I still really enjoy that Power Rangers movie, mostly because I love that they gave it this big like world building and kind of like delve into what it could be as opposed to just.
But it don't matter what you think of it. The fact is, they said they had a 6-movie plan and they didn't get to.
That definitely does. But see, I just don't. I mean, sure, you could consider that as kind of a part of the franchise.
Look at Sony in the TASM universe. Oh, we have an entire universe planned out. Oh, you didn't.
Okay, but if you're like compared to at least with the Power Rangers one, that kind of 3-5 minute thing compared to what TASM 2 was about, there's a clear difference. Like TASM 2 was whole setup movie, right? At least Power Rangers 1, it was just a little like tease in the beginning and then at the very end too. Whereas still was like a movie that could stand on its own, whether you like it or not. Yeah,
it's still going out and being like, oh, we've got 6 movies. It's like no one gives a shit. No one gave a shit.
But actually, there are people. I mean, it depends. There are people who care, just not enough apparently. But I don't know. I just don't have a problem with people coming out and saying that, yeah, we have a franchise or we want this to be a big thing, because you should have confidence in your movie, right?
You should, but like, there's no need to slap me in the face.
But I guess it just depends when we see the movie. Then, if we see the movie and it stands on its own, but you still see some like elements at the end or maybe at the very beginning that is left, I just don't see too much of a problem.
So like, let's look at the people with the only successful cinematic universe right now. Did they ever come out when at the start, the inception, going, oh look, we have the 6 movie plan?
Well, to be fair, if we're talking the MCU, it's I think. Well, I mean, I guess another one. I don't know if Harry Potter, did they ever say it at the beginning, like, we want this to be a big like franchise?
I mean, that was a big franchise anyway. It didn't.
True. I mean, I guess Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Plus, like, the difference with those, like, that, they're always going to get the movie anyway. Like, Lord of the Rings filmed the movies back to back. There was no like, oh, let's wait to see how the first one does.
I like
Harry Potter did the same thing.
I like on this article about Todd McFarlane saying he planned a trilogy. it doesn't say anywhere that he's planning a trilogy in this article. The quote doesn't say anything about
Really?
it. Yeah.
What's the quote there?
So the quote is, okay, this is the whole thing from this website. So the title is Todd McFarlane planning trilogy of Spawn films. Spawn creator Todd McFarlane has announced that his currently in production film is planned as the first of the trilogy movies. The announcement came during My definition of dark and scary is different from other people. I don't see a lot of kids in the crowd today and making this movie for you. I like all these super movies. We'd have these tapes before, so I just want to give you something different. I hope there's hunger for what I want to give. That is definitely dark. I don't get anywhere in that quote where it says we're planning trilogy. I'm sure he said it, but nowhere in that quote is actually...
I mean, that's true, but can you scroll down and tell me what the first comment says? Like, the first comment.
That's what I read it.
What?
I read it. I said Spawn creator...
No, not what McFarlane says. The comments on the article.
Oh, yeah, that was probably you and your alias.
Oh, that's funny. But no,
I don't know. We just both have an indifference about this subject, about somebody coming out saying that they want a franchise for their movie.
See, chat says Harry Potter is different because the books were already out.
Yeah, I forget that. I forget that much.
The comic movies and Spawn books are already out.
I forget
that's
much,
not really an argument. I was going to say that, but you can't really. No, it's not viable because there's.
I don't know. I just
20 years of Spawn.
I just don't see a problem as long as it doesn't weigh down the movie. I don't think in Power Rangers the beginning 5 minutes or the end credit scene, I don't think it weighed down the movie in my opinion. I thought it added.
I mean, no,
to
like
the
it was
movie
the least of the
by
movie,
itself.
It was least of the movie's problems. Like,
yeah, I mean, whether you like it or not, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that the world building setup stuff didn't really take on too long. I thought it was short enough that it gave you a tease and it helped out the Solo movie because it gave a backstory to Zordon. You know, so I just think if it doesn't weigh it down, I don't see a problem.
I mean, if it doesn't weigh it down, it's fine. But like, get one movie out first. You know,
sure. Yeah, and you got to prove
point.
yourself, right? Sure. Yeah.
But, you know, but my MCU point, they didn't announce Avengers straight away. They only announced Iron Man and Hulk.
Wasn't that because they didn't know if Iron Man was going to make any money?
Well, exactly. You don't know if Spawn's going to make any money. No one gives a shit about Spawn nowadays,
see, there's a difference. That's the difference. With Spawn, who's giving him money? Blumhouse, right? So it's probably going to get a sequel, but because it's Blumhouse.
I mean, if two people go to see it, it'll get a sequel.
But I guess because there's a difference between Power Rangers and Spawn, and whether Power Rangers you liked it or not, I could see why they came out and said they want, because Power Rangers been going on for the longest time. I could see why they thought it was gonna be able to make enough money. You know, I could see at least why. They're wrong. Clearly.
I mean, to be fair, they're both '90s products. It's not exactly a massive age difference.
I still wish that they do a sequel to the current Power Rangers. Maybe make a better movie. I know. I think your problem was just that it wasn't that great of a movie, right? You don't. It's not like you hated anybody besides I think one of the actors.
I mean, I thought most of them were garbage. But...
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, they were all kind of unknowns, and yeah. But
I mean, I've got no problem with unknowns.
I don't know. I just thought that. I don't know. We're sticking too much on Power Rangers, but I just really hope they make a sequel to that movie. I don't think they will, but I hope Hasbro keeps it and maybe just make a better movie. I don't know. I still enjoyed it, but I feel like it could have been better.
No, it's not. You won't get.
Damn, that's sad.
I
like that we changed.
I don't see Spawn getting a sequel either. To be honest.
None of us, both of us, didn't want to talk about Spawn so much. I brought in Power Ranger and Harry Potter.
I mean, there is that.
I don't know. I'm just not a Spawn guy. It's just not me.
It's just not your universe, Joe.
I mean, are you a Spawn guy? I'm not.
I mean,
we know one Spawn guy on Twitter.
If we go back in the long ago,
you were a Spawn guy.
Like most 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, I was. I don't know. What was I into at 13?
That HBO animated series still holds up.
There was an HBO animated series?
Yep, it's amazing.
Never saw it. Telling you,
fantastic.
Like, these kind of, I guess if you call it edgy, like characters like a Hellboy,
I mean, he's
Spawn.
He's the absolute definition of edgy.
Yeah, I was never into them really.
No, he's literally just what if Venom was Spider-Man and Batman.
Bro, I think when I was 13, I was watching Iron Man.
What, the movie?
Yeah.
Ow, that one hurt. Christ.
So that it's a good thing when I became that edgy time, the MCU started coming out.
At least one of us got saved. But no, if you haven't seen the HBO animated series, it's really good. Check it out.
I've never seen it.
It's probably the only good Spawn thing you'll ever see.
Sure.
Because the comics ain't great, the movie wasn't great, and this movie probably ain't going to be great because Mr. I want to make kids cry, but my movie's R-rated, so no kid will see it because it's R-rated. But...
Dude, I remember Halloween.
Speaking of kids and movies they will be seeing, we have the second trailer for Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Doesn't it give out more of like?
Not really.
I saw the animated bit at the end of Venom. If that's enough to like say
that
for
probably
the movie.
gave you more than this, to be honest.
I
mean, I suppose it does give you a bit. It's more the same from the last trailer. But the only thing you really kind of get more on is like where this Peter Parker is in his life, and who the other Spider-Verse characters are.
Isn't it like almost like a pseudo sequel to the Raimi movies?
Well, no,
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, people are saying that because he stops a train.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely.
I saw that too, and I was like, "Hey, that's cool." It's like after all these years, they still technically wanted to pay homage to. Because I mean, I don't recall my Spider history, but
no, it's definitely one of those things that the movie set up, and it's just been done every time now. Yeah, it looks really cool. The animation looks a lot better.
Yeah,
even though I always liked it before, but it looks a lot better now.
No, I'll agree because I didn't like it before. Actually, I actually thought it hurt my eyes. The first trailer or whatever, I really didn't like that animation. I was like, this is gonna be a great like movie, but that animation just could not deal with it at all. And when I saw the thing at the end of Venom, I was like, hey, it looks better. I don't know, something they changed a little bit of it. And
I wonder if it's a case of they listened to the online reaction and changed it, or if there's just a natural process of the animation they're going for.
Maybe a mix of both. Who knows? But I think it looks a whole lot better now, and I might be because I remember everybody loving the animation, and I was like one of the few people who didn't.
It was mixed.
I really didn't like it.
Definitely a mixed reaction. But one bit they've done, it's a really nice touch. Each spider's got a different animation style.
Cool. Apart
from like the main three, so like Miles, Peter, and Gwen. Like they're all very similar, but like you look at Spider-Ham, he's more 2D-ish. Noir's got a completely different look to him, and that art style. It's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, movie looks good.
Yeah, I agree.
Chat, I think you'll find it's not Penny. It's not spelled Penny. Don't ask me how you spell her name.
Sad face note: Spider-Man 2099 here, man. I would have loved to seen the modern,
but
the 2099
sequel though. A sequel.
Yeah, but I gotta wait another 2 years for it, like, bro.
It don't matter. It's a sequel. There's 1,000 Spider people.
And wait, I wonder no, they're not gonna come out and say they want a sequel. They're gonna want the movie to do good on its own first.
Exactly, they're smart.
Because I would hope, because I just want them to say, like, I just want to hear the words Spider-Man 2099 in the sequel. Because I want to see that modern suit in that, like, animated. I think that white suit.
That's the thing. Will they go with the modern suit?
I hope
or will they go with the original? Because more people would know that.
But that's more 90s, and maybe they want to be more modern.
I don't think you'll find that was 90s. I think you'll find Spider-Man 2099 was 2000s.
Really? I thought it was 90s. It looks 90s. Like, when you think about 90s comics, you think with the spikes and everything, definitely looks more,
oh, no, you're right. 1992.
Yeah, wow. I knew it. I swear. It looks exactly like the 90s.
Wow. See, I would have thought you'd have loved that, because it's a Day of the Dead. I know it's very stereotypical. It's just like, Mexican got like Mexican.
What? What do you mean? Like
his suit. His suit is... Yeah, the original one's it's like a Day of the Dead suit he gets. Cause obviously
sure, but I just thought the white one looks cooler.
But to be fair, the white one is far better because let's move away from blue because blue sucks.
I mean, it's not that I hate the OG one, and it helps that he is Hispanic, the character. But the white one just looks cool in the game Spider-Man PS4. It's more robotic or armory.
Because they put their own twist on all those suits. It's not like the comics. They have changed a lot of it.
I thought it was fine for that, but I definitely...
I mean, it works in that art style.
I definitely would love to see it a little different if it was animated.
Speaking of the game's canon to this.
Cool.
Because the PS4 suit's in the background, so...
Nice.
It's nice to touch. But no, it still looks good. There's not much more you can really say on it.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't edit the layout. Oh well.
It's fine.
Bonus topic for those not listening on Twitch, because we are on Twitch right now.
It's gonna be in the description.
It is. It is. I also realized I didn't actually start the show with the way I should have done.
Okay.
I failed, so I'm gonna go into the mountains tonight. But
Like I did.
just announced right before, Legendary has acquired the rights for Image Comics' God Country from Donny Cates. So...
He owns the rights, right? Like it's his rights.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Or is it Image?
it's more his, but it's an Image Comics. They publish the thing.
Because Image is a lot of creator owned, and we publish it, but
I mean, that's
it's
exactly
your
what...
rights, right? Yeah. Just making sure. Just honestly don't know how like there's some technicality sometimes with all that.
I mean, like he owns it because obviously he can sell it off to make a movie. He hasn't got to go through.
It's not like if he made a character for DC or Marvel, they would own it, even though he created it.
Oh yeah, he'll never get a Cosmic Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like his to sell. It would be Marvel's, as opposed to God Country would be. It is his, and like maybe some of it Image, who knows, but majority his to sell. Yeah. Awesome. I think we both can agree that this was one of the best books we've read. We in 2018, right? 2018, right?
2017.
2017. God, I don't even. I thought it was part 2018 too.
Last year, it was our book. It was our book of the year last year.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, we both try to read indie books as often as possible, and there's no other book like it. Honestly,
No,
it hit everything it needed to hit, and of course, shout out to one of our loyal viewers out there. His name is Otaku King Everywhere. He got us a video by Donny Cates. If you haven't checked it out, go to the Twitter Comic Book Cast, and you'll see it. It's pretty great. But we can't use the soundbite as a Twitch soundbite because he does cuss, and we don't know how. I don't know how far that goes on Twitch when you cuss.
Oh, I've heard people just bleep it out.
It's actually, but you also hear like, I don't know. It's one of those things where
it doesn't matter. Stop being a no. I don't know. I don't even know what.
He's awesome. He seems like an awesome guy. But yeah, God Country, and it's gonna be a movie now. And I mean, you should almost do it for beat, basically. Maybe add a little bit here and there.
You have to do it beat for beat.
Yeah, because like
if they do this story any different to how Cates wrote the story, it's not going to be as good.
Yeah, it's like basically a perfect story. It's just do it beat for beat. Maybe you got to add a little bit more for time limit in term. I mean, you could honestly make it an hour 30. I don't see a problem with this being an hour 30.
No, I'd want it to be.
You don't think that 6 issues could be an hour 30? You think it's more?
No, 2.5.
Really? I thought it could work with an hour 30, to be honest.
It could, but there's so much stuff I don't want cut out.
I'm not cutting anything out. I thought everything could fit in an hour 30.
No.
Really? You think? I don't know. I just thought everything could fit.
I know 2.5's a lot for a lot of people, but there are other people that want give me
I'm sure it'll be like 2 hours and like 10 minutes or something.
Like if they just took their time and gave me like a 4-hour version, I'd watch that. It would be like my favorite movie.
I wonder if Cates would be up to building a universe out of this.
That was going to be my question. Do you think this means
the Cates universe?
No, I was going to say a God Country sequel.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. So you could build it out for them to make the movies? Yeah, I 100% see it. I mean, I'm sure he's like anybody else. He loves money, right? Who doesn't love money? Oh, yeah. And he also probably has ideas for a sequel and probably to build it out. Who doesn't?
I'm certain he's been teasing it. I'm certain he's been teasing like a God Country.
Okay, that's excessive. 4 hours for a God Country movie. Now you're just extending. Now you're just putting filler in there.
Well, no, that's what I said.
Oh, really? I swear, because that's what Chad said.
No, I said I'd take a 4-hour.
Because see, that's just like that sounds like too much.
This show only works if you actually listen to what I say.
I don't, but honestly, that just sounds like too much. Like now you're just filling up space for the simple reason filling up space.
Absolutely, you could probably like spend an hour each issue and it'd be fine.
You think they're that long? It seems
they're not that long, but you could do it in an hour.
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't know. It just feels short. It feels like it could be a short movie. Especially if you do beat for beat and like dialogue for dialogue, almost it feels like you could be an hour 40.
Here's the thing with comics, where the panels are static, you're going from like clip to clip. Like there's no tracking shots.
Yes, sure.
So if you start in one place, you then can like take.
I guess you're right. It's probably gonna be like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. I don't think it's gonna reach the second half of 2 hours, but I think it'll reach the first half.
I'd imagine it would be at least 2. I don't see it being an hour and a half.
The Donny Cates Extended Universe DCEU. Yeah. We should probably do that and put or DCEU shows now. The Donny Cates Extended Universe.
Warner Brothers don't want it, so why not?
I'm down to do that. Make that as a joke, bro. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have to change some things up in terms of adapting. Like, beat for beat, yes, but there's gonna have to be some.
No, the thing is perfect as it is.
You think they'll give backstory to the parents a little bit?
No, don't want backstory. Don't do any of that.
But see, I was thinking about it like how random.
No, don't care. Do not give a shit.
All right.
You need to go in blind because it works that way.
I think so. I know that's what I'm saying. I think do it beat for beat. Me and you both beat for beat would work out great, but. I don't know. Maybe.
See, here's the thing: if you add backstory in it, you're therefore
who's adapting it though? Is it Kate? Is he adapting his own comic, or is it somebody else? Because if somebody else, damn well, they're gonna like add a little bit more.
I mean, I was Stabber Boy.
You know they always do. It doesn't matter how like great something is. Somebody else is adapting something. They're gonna change a little bit for them.
I don't imagine that Kate would have let this gun lightly. And let anyone just put their finger in that part.
Oh, never mind. Just read a little bit more down, and it says screenplay will be adapted by Cates.
Yes.
So he's basically adapting his own material.
Here's the thing. Here's the reason why I said you can't give backstory on the parents, because if you do that, you're giving memories. Like you're seeing the dad before.
Yeah, and it works better not seeing it.
His entire character works because you're in that situation with him. Yeah. He doesn't know who, he's forgotten. You don't know it. It works that way. If you do it any other way, it will not work.
He is adapting it, so that's great news. And it's let's see, the comic. No director yet, I assume. Who do you think would be great for this kind of mystical? I would love Guillermo del Toro, but I doubt it. He did work with
I love Del Toro. I wouldn't get him for this.
Really?
No.
I think so.
I don't know who I'd get.
Who's a big sci-fi director?
I wouldn't even get a sci-fi director.
Really? Because it's a pretty sci-fi-ish movie.
I mean, it's a very sci-fi movie.
Who's a horror director? Because horror directors are coming out of the woodwork and doing great at. Like a James Wan would have been great. James Wan would have been great at doing this. I think so.
No,
you don't think so?
To be honest, I 100% get someone from the indie scene. I think you'd have to do that way.
Oh, I know.
You need to treat this movie like a proper hardcore indie movie.
No, who did that? Who did that movie with Michael Shannon and the kid has superpowers? That'd be a great one. I'm looking it up right now. It's Midnight Special. Who did Midnight Special? Jeff Nichols. Let me see. He did Take Shelter, Midnight Special, Mud. I think he'd be great. I think he'd be great. Take Shelter, Midnight Special, Mud, all great movies, 100%. And I haven't seen Loving, which is another one he did kind of recent, 2016. He hasn't done anything recently besides a short called Long Way Back Home. But I think he'd be great, especially after seeing Midnight Special. I think it'd be...
Yeah.
Michael Shannon somewhere in there too.
I tell you who might work on this. It could go either way. Neil Blomkamp.
No,
Get Blomkamp on it.
You like Chappie, right?
I love Chappie.
Yeah,
it's got its problems. I love Chappie, but it's Blomkamp has that.
He's a sci-fi director though.
Yeah, but I know I said no sci-fi director.
He's literally said indie.
He's got an emotional beat in everything he's done.
Yeah, you're gonna need somebody who can like show that on screen, right? I think Jeff Nichols. I put my vote of confidence. Do you want indie director? Jeff Nichols. Watch his movies: Take Shelter, Mud, or Midnight Special. Two of them with Michael Shannon. Actually, that it's one of those things. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, like they stick together. But I think he'd be great.
Actually, Coogler wouldn't be a bad choice.
He's busy, probably.
I mean, he is, but he wouldn't be a bad choice.
I'm looking up indie directors right now because this is like the last piece of news anyway. So I'm just curious. I'm telling you, oh no, I was gonna say Wes Ball. I don't know if you ever saw the Maze Runner movies, but he's too heavy on special effects. And yes, this is gonna be a special effects movie, but it has to be somebody who can work with emotion as well. And
I tell you,
I don't know if the Maze Runners have emotion.
Oh, I don't know if he's done directing before. And I know I might get slated for the choice. The Nolan who does Westworld.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's directed before. I think he's just
no, but I think like
you want a first time director. Yeah, you won't take a sci-fi director.
Good, yeah.
Let's get the Nolan who is a hitman in prison.
I almost made that joke, but I didn't want to do it.
Let me see. He's directed a couple things, a couple episodes of Westworld and Person of Interest.
If you get a Westworld kind of tone for God Country, I think that'd be perfect.
I mean, I'm sure. I just don't know how, because I feel like he wrote the stuff, but he can write the stuff, but his brother is the one who knows how to shoot the stuff. Like Christopher Nolan doesn't know how to write stuff, but I thought
Chris doesn't know how to shoot stuff either. He can't do action for fuck.
I mean, that's true, and actually, it's gonna have some action.
Yeah.
I know we're just making the film ourselves.
It's a giant space god.
We're gonna send this over to Donny Cates on our recommendations of directors. Jeff Nichols, look him up, please. He is really great. He doesn't do a lot of action, but when he does, it works well. A lot of it, like Take Shelter was about like a tornado coming and kind of like, the suspense of that.
Did you actually purpose?
Wait, what's that again?
Did you do that on purpose?
What?
Take Shelter was about a tornado coming.
No, I just thought it worked well. I know the tornado and God Country. I didn't do it on purpose because of the same. I just thought he's a great director.
Oh, I was like, hold on, did you? Is that intentional?
But Take Shelter is about, I think, like a tornado. A tornado coming in, and they have to, of course, take shelter. And there's like a whole drama around it. Midnight Special. Michael Shannon's the father of a kid who finds out he has superpowers. And he has to hide them and from the cops. And it's pretty intense, but also very emotional. I just think he's great. I think he's due for a bigger movie, but I just don't know when. I don't know. I'm thinking of other directors. Maybe going for a bigger name is too much because I
don't know if I want a big name on it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like movies that I've seen recently that are not big named because why not? We could just kind of throw around directors because who knows who they're gonna get, right? I'm pretty sure it's someone. A budget? Oh yeah, what do you think the budget's gonna be? Like not that high, right? Like a 60, 70?
I say you could probably
you could do this pretty cheap.
I say you could do the practical route and play a battle perspective like the Lord of the Rings movie did.
Yeah, you could do this.
And that would save you having a really ugly 12-foot CGI god in there.
It's true, but at the same time, doesn't a lot of it just take place on a farm? I
mean, yeah, but that's
the first half. Yeah.
The action bits are like
pretty heavy. Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Oh, you hated Arrival, right? Never mind. I was gonna say the guy who did Arrival.
Arrival.
Denis Villeneuve. He also did Blade Runner 2045.
Why did you think I didn't like Arrival?
I swear I thought you hated Arrival.
No,
you loved Arrival.
That's like one of my top movies that year.
Oh, okay then. We're both on the same thing. Denis Villeneuve, the guy who did Arrival, Blade Runner 2045, Sicario.
It's Denis Villeneuve.
Okay.
That's how you pronounce that name. Yeah.
Okay, well, that guy. He also did Prisoners, Enemies, Sicario, which is pretty intense. I'd throw his hat in the ring too. Why not?
I mean, yeah, Denis Villeneuve, I'd watch her.
Yeah, I swear, I don't know why I thought you hated Arrival. I don't even know.
I don't know why you thought
I thought you thought it was too pretentious or something.
No.
You loved it. Okay, cool. Because I loved it too, to be honest.
We literally talked about it on here. I'm certain of it.
Did? Yeah, there was a comic coming out. Yeah.
I'm pretty certain we did our Oscar predictions. I was like, Arrival.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's it. I'm just throwing those two directors in there.
Nominated for an Oscar?
Probably.
So it was.
Probably for like sound or something. But I'm throwing those two directors, Jeff Nichols and Denis Villeneuve. Villeneuve. Because I think those two guys, the action you can get done, but they're really good at emotion and suspense and kind of in this put us in this world of like what these characters are all about characters, right? And I feel like that's going to be important, especially with this kind of movie, because we fell in love with the characters. We love the action was cool and like the.
I mean, that's why it works.
Yeah, because the characters. So I mean, especially if you know the ending. But yeah. So that's. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like our that's our take on it. I guess, unless you have anything else to say.
No, we somehow got to get the box office in here now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the box office for the week of October 5th, you have A House with a Clock in Its Walls at number 5 with 7.3. That's down 41% from its third week, or its second week. Night School at number 4 with 12.5. That's down 54% from its first week. That's a full place drop. Smallfoot at number 3 with 14.4, had a 37.5 drop. Number 2 is A Star Is Born, and of course everyone knows it because everyone's sucking it off. Is Venom number 1 with 80.
Mean the box office hit known as Venom? I love the box office mojo. The top story: Venom delivers October opening weekend record while Star Is Born shines. Like both of them, like so. And the same guy did the cinematography for both, I think.
Yeah, he's having a very good weekend.
Nice. That guy got paid pretty well, probably.
Good weekend, yeah. But yeah, Venom did break records. The previous was Gravity with 55.
Imagine being that guy, though. He's like, first one, he has a box office hit for opening weekend, and the other, it's a critical hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's probably going to get better jobs.
Looking at Venom, you would not think they had a cinematographer on there, or whatever he does. It's just like, what the hell is that movie? So yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
don't know. This is like
we didn't do a show last week, so there was no.
Night School was the only that's the one I didn't get to see in Smallfoot either. House of the Clock in its walls. Oh wow, so terrible.
I mean, he hasn't done too bad.
Yeah, but it's just like poor Jack Black. He was just getting back into it, and then now he's just like, I'm just gonna do the kids movie route again. It's like, bro, you literally just come on, get back into it. Show us you can do more.
I mean, it worked for Goosebumps. He's clearly found his niche.
I mean, I guess it worked. I mean, but I don't know. Goosebumps feels different. Goosebumps actually felt like was a better movie.
Yeah. See, chat saying Tom Hardy is the reason why people went to see Venom. Is that the reason why I went to see Venom, or is it because everyone knows Venom?
Yeah, I thought it was because everybody knows Venom. I mean, but how much do they know Venom other than he was in Spider-Man 3?
Because... I mean, it doesn't matter if you people know.
A homie of mine went to go see it. So a couple of friends I know went to go see it. I didn't go with them, but he told the story of how one of our friends said, like, "Hey, so Venom, is he like Spider-Man's brother or something?" We're like, "Oh my god, this guy! No wonder you didn't. Like, no wonder he did where he did in school." But it was just, it's just like people just know the name Venom.
I mean, people know the look of Venom.
Look, honestly, also when I look at my Twitter feed, people are like, "Wow, y'all told me Venom was bad. This shit's lit." Like that's like I heard.
See, all I've seen is it's a bad movie, but I really enjoyed it.
So there was I wouldn't. I'd probably say the same thing, but also wouldn't tell you to go spend money to go see it. So
I just don't understand the reaction it's getting.
There's a guy that really like values his opinion because he's Mexican from my city, and also he loves prison movies. I love prison movies.
Before we carry on, chat, you can't say much.
Say much of what?
Joe, you must educate your friends.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm good.
Specific person who said that, you can't say much.
He can't say much, yeah. But where was it? Because he said that like the first half was boring, but the second half was pretty funny. And it's like it reaches one of those things where if you're just in the hotel at like 2 a.m, Venom's on, you're getting some pizza really quick and watching it. It's like something like that.
I mean, yeah, it's a movie that I'd put on to go to sleep to.
Yeah, it's a movie like that's late at night. I'm down. If it's on cable, sure, let's watch it. It's not like unwatchable. I don't think it's unwatchable. I think you can get through it, but it's just.
I wouldn't. The only time I'm ever going to watch this again properly is for the commentary.
I thought it was funny. I don't know. There's some parts of it, a lot of it actually. I thought it was funny. Of course,
the amount of people that are in my screening of it, 2 people laughed twice.
dude, I'm telling you, it's such a different culture because everybody in my theater laughed, and clearly, according to my timeline, everybody in their theater laughed too. It's such a different culture.
I just think it's because we're intellectuals over here. Clearly.
Yeah, because when Venom says like pussy, like that was funny.
I mean, that's one time someone laughed.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just, I mean, of course, it's like a rush movies, not a lot of setup. There's no explanation. Why does Venom do this and that? It's funny though. Like I guess.
No.
I don't know. I just found it funny. It's just, it is what it is.
Is it intentionally funny or is it unintentionally funny?
I think intentionally funny because
it's a conversation I've seen had a couple of times.
I'm not laughing at like how bad certain things are. Like, what did you laugh at that was bad? Name
Nothing.
one thing.
I didn't laugh once.
Okay, so you didn't laugh at it because it was bad.
No.
Okay,
there's
so
nothing funny in it.
I'm not laughing at it for like example. Why is like Venom doing what he's doing? Like, oh man, that's so bad. Ha ha ha. I don't know. I just when Tom Hardy said it would say funny stuff, I thought it was funny.
Tom Hardy didn't say anything funny.
I mean, I won't lie. That first,
the only thing that might have resembled funny that Tom Hardy did in that movie was look like he was taking a shit twice.
There was, I mean, the one funny part that was, I remember it was in the trailer. He's all like, you know, I was a reporter back in the day, but you suck. That was so mishandled, so bad. It was like it didn't set up well. Nobody in my theater laughed at that. Like I didn't even laugh at that. But that was the only thing people didn't laugh at.
Yeah,
because it was just so wrongly set up. Like.
Yeah.
Really? Like, you did not give it any time to settle down. But other than that, people thought the movie was funny.
But we're kind of getting into
a spoiler cast.
Yeah, about the movie. Yeah, we're like, that's tomorrow. Yeah. Go away, computer. I don't want to know about you anymore. But yeah. So if you want to look at next weekend,
I'm looking. I'm trying to find.
It is the 12th, isn't it? Yes, it'll be the 12th. Bad Times at the El Royale.
Dude, I'm excited for that movie.
It's down 14%, apparently.
I don't care. It looks cool.
First Man with 20 million.
That's gonna be first.
Goosebumps, The Haunted Halloween, 17 million. So
Goosebumps too. Jack Black, like, you know, same movie in like a month.
He is. But I don't think Venom's gonna stay number 1 for shite. Not with those.
I think First Man is gonna be number 1, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it's looking at 20.
I mean, but is Venom going to go down 60 million? You think it's going to go more? Of course, it's going to go down 50%, which is 40.
I mean, like, let's look at the average drop, which is like a 60% for comic.
That'd be like, what, 30? 25, 30? That still would be more than First Man if First Man is 20.
Yeah, but that's average. That's
I don't know. You know what? You say First Man. I'm going to say Venom. I think Venom's staying at number 1.
I honestly don't believe the general audience gives a shit about this movie.
About what? First Man?
About Venom. Honestly, I do not buy into.
I'm buying into it. I'm putting Venom first.
Absolutely did not.
You know what? And also would have got it wrong because there was a bet that over under on box office Venom 60 million over under. I would have went like $100 on under. I would have been dead wrong and lost my $100. I did not think it was gonna be 80. It went over its projection by 20.
I'll say it's looking at what 65 or something. But...
So it was 60, 65, so it went over by pretty good.
But
I'm believing.
Justice League went over its, or did it fall under? Either way, it made like what?
Because it sucked.
It made like 93 million opening weekend, and that's better critical reception than this movie.
You know what? I think Venom and Star is Born are staying there. Actually, no. I think First Man is gonna be second, and Star is Born is gonna be third.
I think you're gonna have First Man.
Yeah.
See, if I say Star is Born second, it's like, oh, you just got the Lady Gaga agenda. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna say that.
I've already had people.
But that's because you tweeted it out. No one's saying it right now.
I didn't tweet anything. I didn't tweet anything out.
Didn't you say Venom sucked?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
But even so, it's just like people said it. So
let's see.
Just like, I'm sorry, I just got exposed.
All right, I got my 5. I got Venom, First Man, Star is Born, Bad Times, and whatever that Goosebumps 2. Yeah.
Goosebumps Haunted Halloween.
Goosebumps 2. What do you think? You think First Man? That's gonna be first, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Just
I don't
go
know if I
together.
should go with what I want to happen and not what.
We should really start doing over-unders on, like, box office projections. Because that'd be... I mean, you really only do it on, like, the big budget films. Because I'm pretty sure nobody cares about the low-budget films. I think they only care, like, Venom or
I mean,
First Man.
Star is Born is low budget.
Yeah, I guess, okay. I mean more so kind of, like, the hype movies. Because Venom was pretty, like, there was some hype going in. Because, like, nobody's going to care about, like, the over-under on... Smallfoot or Goosebumps 2.
No.
People care about like Venom, Star is Born, First Man. Nobody's gonna care about Night School, so it's like one of those things. So I put First Man for you. I don't know what else you're gonna think.
Have you actually changed yours yet?
What do you mean?
I was looking at a document and you haven't changed it.
Really? I just changed it.
You know what? I think Venom's going to be first. It has to be, doesn't it? Really. Yeah, Venom, First Man, Star is Born. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
Venom. Wait, what?
Venom, First Man.
Is that what you think is going to be? I thought you said then.
Yeah. No, that's what I want to happen, but I don't think
You want Venom to be first?
I don't want it to be first.
Oh. Because I have Venom, First Man, Star is Born, Bad Times, Goosebumps 2. I would hope the Star is Born is second, but yeah. Bad Times at the El Royale.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I think you're right, to be honest.
I mean, you can put a First Man first. Why not? Who cares?
You know what? Fuck it.
We're not betting anything on this.
I'm gonna put First Man first.
I wish you could bet on this.
I mean, we could, but
no, I mean we can, but I wish there was like Vegas would let you bet on this.
Yeah. Just do the same as yours, but First Man first.
Yeah, I put that in.
I'm gonna be that guy with magenta.
Nobody cares.
Magenta.
Literally nobody cares. Like I just don't see it. Like
let me make me joke, Joe.
Oh,
stop it.
But like nobody's gonna care if you say Venom or no. What are you saying? Because you want Venom to be second? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want Venom to be second, just for shits and gigs.
Let's see. I would have thought you would have made it like out of the top 5.
No, I'm more of a realist than that.
Right then, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for us, right?
Yeah.
First.
What's that?
No, it's chat. First Man first.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So thanks for joining everyone, and we will see you next time.
Bye guys. Toodles.